Start. I have no objection, but from what little I saw about the other bill to which the member is referring, I think that the matter was sufficiently important and controversial, and so far as the finance bill is concerned, of course, it is an important bill and the members are entitled to make any sort of grievances on any subject under consideration. It has a wide scope, but as I said on the previous occasion, that I do not see any useful purpose will be served by repeating the same things over again when the House knows that the whole thing is going to be placed before the new Parliament after about 3 or 4 months. In the meanwhile, there is the time which has already been passed, and the finance bill provides nothing new. It only continues the status quo. So, the practical effect to my mind is that the only purpose that will be served will be to satisfy the urge of a few members to speak at length. There are only a few who are anxious to speak. I am not talking with reference to individual members. The honorable member may be an exception, but that is a different matter. There is another course open also. Shall we fix a time limit on these speeches? If there is a time limit, I think that the remarks will be more pertinent and more relevant. I have got the power, but I do not propose to exercise that power. If honorable members want to speak, they may. If they want that a larger number of members should be given an opportunity to speak, then of course there are two alternatives, and as I said, I cannot give a guarantee that the next bill will be put through. That must be given time, and to my mind it deserves more time than the finance bill. You yourself said that the other bill is of a controversial nature. What is the harm in putting it off till the next session of the new parliament? The government has already decided it. It is controversial in the sense that there are many points in the bill which, in principle, are not controversial, but in details the opinions differ, and in that sense it is controversial. The principle of the bill is there. The House has accepted that principle years back as a fair compromise. May I suggest that the finance minister may reply to the discussion on the finance bill? We can have the whole morning for our discussion. If that is acceptable to the House, then the discussion may come to an end in the afternoon. Of course, I am sure that he will be as short as possible. I was thinking of fixing a time limit for the finance bill only, not the other bill. The other bill shall require not less than 2 hours. We express our thanks on behalf of the committee for having guided us in our deliberations from time to time and for being always available to us whenever we had any difficulty. For your kind patronage, the committee is grateful, and to the best of our ability, we have been able to manage the work. I also wish to take this opportunity of thanking all the members and the outgoing members as also the members who belong to this committee for the enormous energy and the ability which they brought to bear on the deliberations and the great assistance they gave in the scrutiny at the various aspects that came up for discussion. I would also like to express our thanks to the Secretary of this House who did a lot of work and the other officers who assisted him in gathering the details and putting the work into shape. I would be failing in my duty if I do not express our grateful thanks to the Finance Ministry and particularly to an erstwhile member of the Estimates Committee for the kindness. We have also established a convention that whenever they are not able to implement any of the recommendations of the committee, they do not immediately brush aside those recommendations but they give intimation to the committee and after discussion with the chairman of the committee, they either give up the recommendations or implement them with certain modifications. I hope that the same degree of accommodation and cooperation will continue to exist between the ministries and the committee that may come into existence next time, and I hope that the committee is the watchdog of the expenditure of parliament. I thank you for the opportunity you gave me to express our grateful thanks to all the persons who have taken an important part in the deliberations of the committee. Stop.